midnight and we're in my hotel in Osaka. Yeah, I made it here. I caught a Shinkansen. Actually, I caught two Shinkansen. I had to transfer. But yeah, I made it here. Gosh, I don't know where to update you on what I've been up to because it's actually been really hard to do videos, and the vlogging side of things is just, it's really hard. Because I'm staying with family, I don't really have a whole lot of privacy, so that part, you know, just talking to the camera is difficult. And then because I've been doing so much, I mean, like, I'm trying to focus on my holiday, so it doesn't always occur to me to film stuff. Half the time I'm carrying a bunch of shopping, so that makes it hard. And you know, that little stabilizer stick thing is just a pain, honestly. Yeah, so logistically it's difficult, and also just traveling on my own. I mean, you know, mostly I'm using the phone for a map rather than filming myself with it. And also not having someone who can actually hold the damn thing while I'm doing things, so you know, most of the time I can't actually show myself doing stuff. So yeah, it's been really tricky. But gosh, I mean, the Hedgehog Cafe I actually did like last year. Now it's last year now, and only just finished, you know, putting it online. Mostly I've been filming snippets like that, just short things. So what else have I done? Like, I did the Kawaii Monster Cafe again. Wasn't as good as last time, but they actually had this cute little chihuahua cake and this ninja burger and stuff. And, I mean, I did a run through with the camera, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth watching. I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and watch the footage. Yeah, what else have I done? Oh, the Vampire Cafe in Ginza is probably my favorite, like, themed cafe so far. I've still got a couple more to check out, but wow, it was really good. Yeah, and I also saw a gig, like a, gosh, it was pretty much one of those festival things, you know, like another band every half hour to 40 minutes or whatever. Wasn't really my style, but it was the closest I could find. I mean, there is metal here, but the ones that seemed to be on while I'm actually here were more like a kind of metal that's just noise to me. Yeah, not really what I consider to be listenable metal, so I settled for sort of pop rock, and it was okay. I think there was maybe one interesting act, and the rest I was a bit ho-hum about. Oh yeah, the guy with the antlers, and yeah, I don't know where to start with everything because I've done so much stuff. Mostly shopping, but yeah, the cafes, and oh, what else was on the list? There was the gig, something else on, oh, I did a couple of shrine visits. So for New Year's you're supposed to visit the shrine. We didn't go on actual New Year's Day because it's so crowded, but we went on the second day. I think I might have done a quick video around there. I don't know. I was a bit worried that I might not be allowed to, but no one said anything, and my aunt was like, yeah, it's fine, go for it. Yeah, God, it was packed. Whereas Meiji Shrine, I didn't take videos and only certain photos in certain places. But actually Meiji Shrine, I went a whole week after New Year and it was still packed. I was hoping to see some more stuff, but it was just full of people. You couldn't get close to anything, and some things were closed unless you were actually going for, you know, ceremonies and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go back to Harajuku, okay then. And I checked out Yoyogi Park, but I mean, at the moment a lot of people seem to think I'm the most interesting weirdo around. I have seen a few Lolitas around, but not that many. And then the other day in Harajuku there were these two girls promoting some kind of fashion group that was all pink and cutesy and whatever, and when I left them I saw a couple of more gothic Lolitas going over to talk to them, but otherwise, you know, apart from the Vampire Cafe, that's about it. You know, you might occasionally see someone a bit gothsy walking around, but yeah, it's not like how all the guidebooks reckon it used to be. Whereas at the moment with me, got my little, you know, kitty gloves, and then now I've got this. Give me a sec. You know, like, it's been so cold and windy, and I didn't bring my pink thing because, you know, my pink cat hat, because, you know, I want space in my suitcase to bring stuff home, so I ended up buying this. And now my ears don't get cold in the wind, and now I look like the craziest person around. A lot of shopkeepers keep saying, oh, your gloves are cute and your hat's cute. Yeah, I don't know, I keep forgetting that I'm wearing something unusual. But yeah, no, today I had a really good conversation with one of the shopkeepers, mostly in Japanese. So, and in Osaka, they have a different dialect of Japanese, but I haven't really noticed it so much. Yeah, so, I mean, so much has happened. Mostly I've been, you know, writing all this stuff on Facebook with all the photos and things. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know, later maybe I need to have a look at it and actually see all the different things I've done, because I can't keep track. I've had a few lazy days where I've sort of just stayed at my aunt's place and studied some Japanese and napped. Hirune o suru. But yeah, so, but at the moment I'm in Osaka. If any of you know La Camina's blog, I think she used to be, you know, like the blogger to go to find out about all the things, gothic things in Japan, but she hasn't really updated Tokyo in ages, but she did do an update in October and November last year for Osaka. So I used that to sort of give me a guide, but the one she suggested I didn't actually do much at. So yeah, but I found a whole bunch of other places. Probably haven't really had as much success here as in, say, Harajuku, Shibuya and Shinjuku, but I did find some stuff that I couldn't find there, so yeah, mostly t-shirts here, or like long sleeve shirts. But as for Tokyo, because that hasn't been updated in ages, and I've got some friends who are like, I want to know where to go in Tokyo, I'm thinking like I might do a blog of the places I went to in Tokyo, so I can keep track of that, because I'll probably want to come back in a few years later and it'll help if I remember where these places are, because some of them were unexpected, but most of the time I just type into Google, you know, like goth Shinjuku or goth Shibuya or goth Harajuku. Sometimes I write it in Japanese though, because sometimes Google doesn't know that's what you're looking for. Yeah, and then just using the auto-translate thing to help me figure out what's going on if I can't read it, because kanji is, yeah, there's so many kanji and I get confused, and there's so many I haven't learned yet. Google Translate's been amazing. Actually, Google has been amazing for this trip, because like you can use the Google Translate app to take a little photo of something and read a sign. That's been really handy, just to make sure I'm not doing anything that I'm not supposed to when they don't have an English translation. And then the map, and then also like the Google Maps tells you which trains to catch, so that's really helpful, and also gives you a rough idea of how much it's going to cost. Except I've been using a Suica card, so I don't really think about it. I'm not using a JR pass because I have to catch, most days I have to catch a local train, so not a JR train, so it's just a pain in the butt. It's easier if I just use a Suica card, top it up now and then, and yeah, then I have the flexibility and peace of mind kind of stuff. You might be like, but hey, you went on a Shinkansen, why didn't you use JR Pass? It's because I'm only doing one trip from Tokyo to Osaka and back, so it's about the same cost as JR, except I took Nozomi, the fastest train on the line, instead of Hikaru. You can't catch Nozomi on a JR train, so yeah, doing things my way. But you know, if you were gonna do more Shinkansen, I mean, okay, so I did the transfer Shinkansen, but the first Shinkansen didn't actually cost very much, so yeah, it all kind of adds up fine. But yeah, if you were gonna do more like long distance Shinkansen in the space of a week, then sure. But I'm here for a month. There's no JR pass for a month. Yeah, and just doing this one trip, so it didn't make sense. Suica is just easier. You know, you can pay for vending machines with Suica. That's so good. I'm so sick of fishing for coins because I've always got my cat gloves on and I have to take it off and fiddle around inside my little wallet thing, and then Japanese coins are different. But I've been here long enough that I've forgotten that Australia has a $5 note. I saw $5 notes on Facebook the other day and was like, whoa, those were a thing, because they have a like the equivalent of a $5 coin here. That's like, yeah. Anyway, vending machines, a lot of them, especially at the train station, you just tap your Suica card and you don't have to fish around for coins, so that's cool. Yeah, oh, and you can put more than one coin in at once if you do have to use coins. That's exciting. I don't know. The funny thing about Japan is that it's like heaps advanced in some ways, but also heaps behind, because like the fact that you can put in multiple notes at one time and it'll take it. You can't do that in Australia. You've got to do one by one and make sure they go in okay. So that's advanced, I guess, but on the other hand, obsessing about using cash, most things are cash, everywhere cash, I think they're sort of getting more and more card, like, you know, the Suica card thing, and you can use credit cards instead of Suica cards some places. It's a bit complicated, but yeah, most places just cash all the time, so that's a bit old-fashioned. And there's lots of weird things like that. Anyway, wow, that's 12.5 minutes. This is what happens when you get me my own little space, and then I'm like, hey, what's been going on? Everything's been going on, and then I'm just like, bleh. So I don't actually know if this is anything of a good vlog, really, but that's my attempt at updating you. I'm sorry I haven't been able to say as much. Probably take me a few days to get around to uploading this, because also writing the video descriptions takes me a while because I'm just so busy at the moment. But yeah, when I get back to Tokyo, I'll probably have a few days, because I've found a lot of cool stuff. Probably won't have space in my suitcases, so I might have to, you know, switch one of my suitcases for a big one, because it's just like a mini, it's really more of an overhead locker suitcase, so I could actually put that in the overhead locker and get a bigger suitcase to go with my other suitcase, because I get two. But managing two, I'm a small person, managing two in the airport is a bit tricky. So it's sort of like, well, I could post it, but posting it is a lot of money, so and I've also got to make sure I've got everything the right weight. I'm sure I haven't bought that much, but yeah, I've bought enough stuff. And that's the interesting thing, you know, I said I was going away to get away from, you know, life stuff and Centrelink stuff and whatever. Yeah, I think it has been good for my brain. Not just for those reasons. I mean, Mum is now like, hey, you just need some retail therapy instead of regular therapy, and I'm like, oh no, I'm such a girl now. But actually, I think what's helping is, I mean, the reason I'm buying all this sort of goth clothes, because, you know, usually, like, every day I just wear lazy clothes, you know, like a t-shirt and jeans, because that's comfy enough. Yeah, no, the reason I'm buying more interesting gothic clothes is because I've got some music coming up this year, getting back into the music again, because I think that's important for my brain. Like, I just, you know, I need to do it. I need to have a project that I'm into, and my new project's got heaps darker themes. well, the sound matches the themes. Like Rainbow Death Ray had dark themes but cheerful music, so this is kind of getting rid of the cheerful music a bit. Yeah, no, so updating my wardrobe, and I'm like, oh, this would be really cool for this, and it's sort of getting me back into this whole performance thinking. Like, I have all these interesting clothes now, so I need to really start making more music to go with them so that I can wear them on stage and do the photo shoots and whatever else we need to do. So yeah, the sort of unexpected thing that's helping a lot is, you know, actually having the clothes that I plan to wear on stage and being inspired by it, I guess. So it's not just that I'm buying a bunch of stuff and that I've gotten away from life things. It's yeah, the whole inspiration for music that's helping the most, I think. Yeah, and I'm having heaps more success this time than I have in the past. I guess because most of the time I'm shopping on my own, so I don't feel pressured to rush because people are waiting for me or whatever. Yeah, just sort of trying to be more independent, and the whole getting around in a country where I barely speak the language is interesting. Yeah. So, blah blah, inspiration. I had a thought and it just disappeared, so that's goodbye thought, whatever you were. I guess I can put it in the description if I think of it. Are you coming back? Are you coming back? Oh. Yeah. What was I saying? The inspiration for the music. Yeah, no, I've forgotten whatever that thought it was, and I need to get to bed. But fortunately, like, Japan's a really sort of snoozy late night, or like late morning. Oh, I don't know, I'm too tired, I've lost my train of thought completely. But yeah, nothing really opens in Osaka. I'm in Amerikamura. Nothing much opens until like 11 or 12, so yeah. Gonna sleep in, check out, and then go to Starbucks. I never go to Starbucks in Australia, but here it's the only place to get, you know, my wake up cup of tea and hot chocolate that, or something that resembles hot chocolate if I put enough sugar in it. Yeah, they love chocolate with coffee, and I hate coffee. I probably need coffee, but I hate coffee. So I'm going to bed. Fuck, this is 18 minutes. It's gonna take forever to... Actually, no, internet here is really fast. I feel guilty about using the bandwidth, but it's actually really fast here, so I don't have to worry about how long it takes to upload. It's just like rewatching it and trying to remember what I said and writing the bloody video description, and I need to stop rambling. Good night. Good night. Good. I think the other thing that I was gonna say was like about, you know, wanting to come back next time I need a shitload of gothic type clothes. Yeah, no, if I want to come back to Japan, I need to get a job, and like a decent job, and make enough money to make another trip. My mum wants to come back with me, because like now I know how to navigate, and you know, my aunt's like, I've never been here before and I've never been there before, and you know, I'm actually leading her around Japan, and now mum's like, oh, now you can take me to all the places, and that looks like fun, and why didn't I go there? And so yeah, I guess if we come back to Japan, I need to get a job and make some money so that I can actually afford to, because after this trip, that's it really. I have enough to get me through another semester of uni and, you know, start up the new music stuff, and after that, I think that's the end of my money, especially because I'm paying for private health insurance, even though I probably don't need to, but I'm paranoid, so private health insurance it is.